Thank you, David. So, how are you guys, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning. It's been I've been listening to every single word of what David has been saying in the past about 1 hour and 15 minutes. It is Simon Low here, 682-2 from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. All right, welcoming everybody onto this Zoom. 150 of us. Who here you have gotten a lot of clarity, even though it's very technical, but you've gotten a lot of clarity from the first session of today's training. Just type a number one in the chat box. You can say thank you, David, because I certainly got a lot of clarity from that. Me personally, I'm not a very technical guy, but sometimes we do need that technical know-how because this is a new product, and it's the first time that Enagic is launching this. So I think we believe that it's so important for people to get all these technical information, at this point of the EmGuarde business because it's so new. And people are bound to be asking a lot of questions. So give a number one to David if you've gotten a lot of value from it. And this entire training will be recorded. And let me just address a few questions that was asked in the chat box, right? A lot of you guys were asking about where can you get the slides, where you can. Once again, everything will be posted on the Telegram group. So you don't have to keep on asking. Just join the Telegram group. It's all there, right? So everything will be there. The QR code, everything has been posted. So make sure you go there and download everything. Everything has been there. It's been centralized, which I think it was not done for in Enagic so far, right? So now I think the team has managed to centralize it, which is fantastic. And number two, a lot of you have been asking, can I get the EmGuarde? Daisy just asked again. Hello, Daisy. It's in the Telegram group. The presentation slides will be in the Telegram group, okay? Just join the Telegram group. Now, a lot of you guys have been also asking, when is the EmGuarde going to be available in the US, Canada, Europe, Thailand, a lot of different countries, right? So once again, right, I think for these kind of trainings, even for me, I'm a distributor. We focus on the markets that has already been opened or launched by Enagic. We don't decide or we don't tell Enagic where to launch. That is Enagic's decision where to launch it. But so far, where you can get the EmGuarde is Malaysia. You can write this down. Or if somebody can type in the chat box for me, it's Malaysia, it is Singapore, it is Philippines, it is Hong Kong. So if you go to these markets, you can get the EmGuarde. So somebody asked, if I buy from the Philippines, can I use it in Canada? Yes, because it comes to the USB-C. It doesn't come with, like, the Kangen machine, the plug is already with the machine. So you need to look at the voltage and all that. But with EmGuarde, because it comes with a USB cable, you can just buy an adapter in Canada and use it, or US, wherever you are. So currently you can get the EmGuarde from Malaysia, Singapore. Thank you, Madeline. Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Hong Kong. Now, there are two more markets that is in a pre-launch phase, which is Dubai, UAE, and Indonesia. Thank you very much, Megawati. So why do we call it the pre-launch phase? Because I believe the information that I've gotten is the companies, the branches in these two markets are still obtaining the local licensing for the product. So what happens is you have all the products, it will be coming from Malaysia to Dubai and Indonesia. But why do we call it pre-launch? It means distributors or users from these two markets, they can actually buy the EmGuarde and sign up as a distributor. Whereas, let's say you're from the UK, let's say you're from the US, all the countries that did not state, you can still buy the EmGuarde by buying it from these couple countries that has the EmGuarde as a user, right? Maybe you use a Malaysian name or Singaporean name. All right, that's up to you how you want to do it, but you can actually buy it as a product, okay? But you can't register as a distributor if you're from UK, US. So Trang asked, I thought it's available in Dubai too. It's available, but they are importing it from Malaysia. Yeah, so technically it is not in the office yet. It's still via personal import, but it is available. Okay? No, the proxy shipping is only for Dubai and Indonesia. The rest, Enagic will be the one to be announcing it, not us. Okay? So I think I'm very clear with my communication already. Okay? So so I'm thankful for the opportunity. Thank you, Enagic. Thank you, Mr. Ashiro, for bringing EmGuarde into this into us, into our lives, because now, first of all, I've been getting a lot of anybody getting better sleep with EmGuarde. Can anybody type 2 in the chat box? Because I've been getting really good sleep with EmGuarde. I've owned it since I think it was May last year. That's the first time I bought my EmGuarde. Subsequently, I bought like 3 more, because when I did a testing on my house, I need about 3 units to really cover my house. All right, because you know EmGuarde, there's a coverage range of about 4 meters radius. All right, 4 meters is about 12 feet radius. So to really cover my house, I need about 3. I got another one for the travel, because for those of you who travel a lot, you know, if you're on the plane, you need the EmGuarde. Because why? When you're sitting on the seat on the plane, you got a lot of radiation behind your head, right? The seat on the plane. Or when you check into hotel rooms, there's a lot of radiation. Everywhere is radiation. So I travel with an EmGuarde everywhere I go. All right. So in total, I got 4 units. And let me ask you guys this question. Normally for a home, how many Kangen machines? Judy said got 4 as well, 1 for traveling, exactly the same as me. How many Kangen machines, right? Because I've been a Kangen distributor. Lauren said you had 3 units. I've been a Kangen distributor since 2014. Built my business around the world, Nigeria, Africa, Turkey, Dubai, you name it. I had to carry the machine with me to open up these markets. And of course, we've been selling it all around the world, right? So how many machines normally does one household buy, Kangen machines, on an average? Don't talk about having a huge house, right? You talk about a normal home. Exactly. People normally buy 1, right? Even though they're living in an apartment or a huge house, they buy 2, right? Now, what I love about EmGuarde is, people buy more than 1. So from a business point of view, because I'm not going to talk about product. Yeah? David has already covered more than enough technical side. I'm going to talk about, EmGuarde, because one unit per home is not enough. And people want 1 for the office. They want 1 for the home. They want 1. Some people who are driving these electric vehicles or just a standard vehicle, they also put 1 in the car because you can plug it into the USB. So the business potential to market this EmGuarde is amazing. So Mario said you're going to buy 2. Exactly. So the business potential of EmGuarde, let me tell you guys. David mentioned the price of EmGuarde. If he did not, I'm just going to mention it again. Globally, it's going to be selling at US $1,480. If somebody can write that in the chat box for me, thank you. $1,480. Somebody asked, Anna asked, what power supply to use on the plane. I'll just plug it into the USB on the screen. Yeah, I'll just plug it in normally. Yeah, or you can carry a power bank. But when you guys get the power bank, make sure it's as per the spec, like what David mentioned, and make sure you don't buy the cheap power bank, because the cheap ones, it goes on and off, on and off. You want one that has a constant supply of current, right? That's always on. So because you always want to be protected. So around the world, it's selling for $1,480. Now, are you guys seeing something? What I saw when I saw this is, first of all, I'm sold on the product. I bought 4 units. I felt the benefit of the product tremendously on all my clients. I think up to today, since last year, May to now, my group has probably sold more than 200 units of EmGuarde. Not a lot, but it's pretty substantial, because people still took some time to learn about it. They want to know how to do the demo, use a detector, all that. So 200 is pretty good, right? In a year. So that's an average of about, less than a year, average about 30 units a month of EmGuarde, yeah, since launching. So Daisy asked, somebody asked why EmGuarde is produced in Malaysia, not Japan. So EmGuarde is a Malaysian product. It's not Japanese. EmGuarde is a distributor for this technology. That has to be said very clear. All right. So, well, not everything in the whole world is produced in Japan. So there are things that are produced outside. And this EmGuarde technology is pioneered in Malaysia, and the inventors are from Malaysia. So EmGuarde has taken an interest on this product because it's just one of a kind, and they've decided to become a distributor for it. That is what was told to us by the company. Yeah. So yeah, EmGuarde is a distributor of EmGuarde. Okay, clear enough? Yeah, you have to be very clear. Don't go and tell people this is made in Japan. It's not. Okay, don't go and say that it's not. But however, just now I think David has shown the 5 engineers, Mr. Lau, Mr. Poon, Mr. Yam, I think there's a Mr. Koo. They are all trained on an average of 25 to 30 years in Panasonic. Japanese company. So I believe, this is my own opinion, I believe that is why Mr. Ishiro and Enagic got really interested on the product, because combined, they have more than 100 years of experience from Panasonic. So that is pretty substantial. Okay, so I'm going to go into the business side of it. I think there's some more questions going in the comment box. So the EmGuarde support team, if you guys can just answer the questions, because I don't want to keep this very long. I want to go straight into the point. I want to show you guys the business part of it, so you guys can understand how the business actually works. So team, please help me to just respond to those questions, okay, in the chat box. All right, so now I'm going to keep it simple, because I believe most of you guys here are Enagic distributors, right? Who here you are not in Enagic yet, type 2? Who here you're already in Enagic, type 1? So I want to know who are the existing Enagic family members, who are the brand new people. So if you're already in Enagic, type 1, if you're brand new, type 2. So I know how to either speed it up or talk lesser. I think majority is already in Enagic, okay? Hi, Romy. Okay, so you have Michelle that is new, great. So I'll make sure that whatever I'm going to present satisfies the 1 and the 2s. Okay, good. There are a lot of people who are new as well. All right. Now, in Enagic, it's very simple. Now, in Enagic, all you need to do is, once you get an EmGuarde, which is $1,480, you can actually sign up to become an independent distributor. Now, this is applied to the countries that I just mentioned: Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, Hong Kong, Indonesia, and Dubai for the moment, because I believe the company is progressively launching EmGuarde around the world. My guess why they have not launched around the world yet is because of production. Because, Enagic is selling a lot of machines around the world, and they have a lot of distributors, and they can't expect to just launch the whole world and EmGuarde is able to be supplied around the world with tip-top quality. So I think that's why they have to launch it progressively. Okay, so that's what I believe. So those of you who are in US, Canada, and all that, please be patient. Wait for your local office, your local branch office to announce when the EmGuarde is coming. You can check with them. We have no idea when it's going to come. Okay, so once you register as a distributor, you have 2 types of sales, and you'll be earning 2 types of income, called the direct and indirect sales. Okay, so direct sales is pretty straightforward. Every single person you bring in are your direct sales, and each of them can also become a distributor, right? And they can also bring in customers. So those of you who are, let's say, in the UK, now you'll be thinking, oh, EmGuarde is not in UK yet, let me wait. However, those markets I've just mentioned in Asia, you can actually start to build your business in those countries. Why? Because you can sign up people in Malaysia, right? You can sign up people in Hong Kong, right? You can sign up people in the Philippines, right? So it doesn't stop you from signing up people in those markets where EmGuarde exists. And you, as a distributor of Enagic, sitting in the US or in the UK, you would still be receiving your commissions. Am I clear so far, ladies and gentlemen? Commissions will still be paid to you. Are you guys okay so far? Type 1 if you guys understood what I just said. This is more for the existing Enagic distributor. So let's say I'm an American distributor. Okay, there's no EmGuarde in California office or LA office, but I can sell to a guy in Malaysia. I can sell to a guy in Singapore. I'll be making my commission. You guys got what I'm saying so far, yeah? So that also means that you guys can also buy the EmGuarde from these markets, right? Most of them come to Malaysia to get it. Yeah, because that's where they can see a lot of trainings. They make a trip here. They can attend one of our live trainings, which we do all the time, every couple months. So they make it like a trip and bring their team here, and they pick up their EmGuardes. So when they pick up the EmGuardes, they have to use a Malaysian name to register, but they receive the commission back in the US, UK, wherever you guys are from. So far, so good? That has to be communicated properly, okay? So don't be constrained on buying an EmGuarde. That's what I'm trying to say. Because once you experience it, right, I think you guys are going to love it. Because when I bought it, well, it looks like a little black box. I didn't know what it does. I got it just because Enagic is distributing it. Because if Enagic decides to distribute something, it has to be good, right? So I just got one to test. And when it was good, I start to buy more. Okay? So direct sales and indirect sales, and the total of these two, we call it group sales. Okay? Group sales. Now, there is something on the commission that there's two different types of commission. Now, all of us, majority of us here are Enagic distributors. And a lot of people ask, does the EmGuarde also follow the same 8-point system? Okay, the answer is yes. EmGuarde, just like any other Enagic product, follows the 8-point system. It's a little bit like NSPA. All right, NSPA. So you buy NSPA, you 8 points, right? 8 points. Now, comparing to NSPA, the difference of EmGuarde is it has two types of commission. One is called an Enagic member. One is called a non-Enagic member. Let me explain what is it all about. So the 8A commission, you divide it by 8. The 1A, currently, I don't know what is the American commission. You guys just have to sell it or buy it for you guys to know how much you get paid in US, UK, or Canada. I'm just doing a direct Forex conversion from the ringgit Malaysia, okay? So this is not the US commission, yeah? This is the conversion from the ringgit, Malaysian ringgit, okay? Ballpark figure. So what does the Enagic member mean? Enagic member means you're already in Enagic. You bought a Kangen machine, you bought an Ukon, you bought an NSPA. You already have an ID. So every time you sell an EmGuarde, 1A commission is $85 US. So far, so good? 1A, $85 US, okay? Now that is a conversion from the ringgit, by the way, 392 ringgit. Now the second category is called a non-Enagic member. Now a non-Enagic member, Enagic decided to name it that way, is when a new person joins Enagic, okay, with EmGuarde. Means they don't own a machine, they don't own a Ukon, they don't own an NSPA. Let's say Simon Lowe today gets the EmGuarde to join the business. So for me, my 1A commission is $65. Why Enagic has said it this way, that an Enagic member makes more, is Enagic and Mr. Ishiro wants to prioritize the Kangen machine or Ukon or NSPA owners, the existing members. Are you guys seeing that? So initially they set it at 65, but for people who own the Kangen machine and other of Enagic products, they decided to increase it to $85. Are you guys getting me so far? Type 1 if you guys get the difference. Type 1 so far. Type 1 if you guys understand what is Enagic member and non-Enagic member. Okay? I think most of you guys here are Enagic member, earning the $85 per 1A. Okay? Now, so question. What if today Simon, me, I'm a non-Enagic member, means I join Enagic with EmGuarde. Okay, I sell the EmGuarde, I make $65, $65. And the moment I feel like, hey, I should get myself a Kangen machine because I'm losing out $20 every 1A. 2A is $40, right? 3A is $120. You can do the math. And I want to drink the best water in the world. Okay, so I decide to buy a Kangen machine or an Ukon or an NSPA. Guess what? I now become a Enagic member, which means on all subsequent sales, after me being an Enagic member, I'll start to earn the higher commission. Is that clear so far, ladies and gentlemen? If it's clear, type 2 in the chat box. Which means somebody can join with EmGuarde and upgrade. You can join as a non-Enagic member and then become an Enagic member. So what a lot of people do is, so we mentioned in the chat, in a Zoom invitation, right? I'm going to talk a little bit about the business building strategies. I think today we have a lot of people from different teams, so I'm not going to go into detail how you should build your business, but I'm going to give you a general idea of how I've been building my business and how I've been sharing how you can build this business. A lot of people, they join with EmGuarde Kangen machine and they have 2 accounts. And that instantly makes them an Enagic member. Are you guys seeing what I'm saying so far? So they have 2 accounts. They buy an EmGuarde, they buy a Kangen machine. They buy an EmGuarde, they buy an Ukon. They buy an EmGuarde, they buy an NSPA. So immediately they become an Enagic member on both accounts and earning the higher commission. Okay, so that's what I've been doing in my team because I believe everybody needs to be taking the Kangen water. Unless they can't afford it at the moment, they can sell EmGuarde and then buy it later. That's fine. Okay, so this is, I'm going to get this out of the way. And for EmGuarde, there's no education bonus, unlike the Kangen machine. And it is considered a 1 unit sale count for 1A to 5A. Okay, 1A to 5A. What does that mean? Just now we mentioned, what is the average, what do you call that? The average units a person would buy for their home. Now, I bought 4. Some people buy 2. Some people buy 3. Some people even buy more. I think the The most I've heard for a home was 6 units, to my knowledge, one house. All right, 6 units. That's the most I've heard until today. All right, maybe subsequently you guys will be selling 10, 20 units to one house. I don't doubt that. But so far, to my knowledge, is 6. So what that means is when you have every EmGuarde, it helps you rank up from 1A to 5A. Okay, so if you have 20 EmGuardes, if you have 10 EmGuardes, you're at 3A. 20 EmGuardes, you're at 4A. 50 EmGuardes, you're at 5A. So a lot of distributors in Malaysia and other countries, right, they're actually using EmGuarde as a product, of course, and also as a way to really rank up from 1A to 5A really quick. Because one house, they normally buy a couple units. So when you're talking about getting up to 5A, you're talking about maybe selling to 15 to 20 clients to get a 5A rank. Are you guys getting what I'm saying? Okay, so 1 unit sale count, 0.5 unit sale count for 6A rank up month. So this is more targeted towards the existing EmGuarde members. So maybe you or some of your downlines, you are ranking up to 6A, and you know, for you to get your title incentive, you need to have 10 group sales in that month of rank up. Am I making sense? I Ping Yong asked, as an EmGuarde member, do I need to buy the EmGuarde before I can sell the EmGuarde? Answer is no. You don't have to buy the EmGuarde to sell the EmGuarde. This is not like the Ukon. You don't have to buy it to sell it. I hope I'm clear. Okay? And vice versa. You can buy an EmGuarde and sell the Kangen machine. Yeah, no problem. Right? So where was I? Okay, so as a 6A rank up, this is considered half a group sale. Okay? No pass out, follow 8-point commission, just like the Kangen machine. No EA payable member discount. Those are not too important. So I'm just going to share with you guys, especially for the benefit of new people, I'm going to be using the lower commission, okay? So I'm not going to use the 85. I'm just going to use the 65, just to be more conservative, okay? So the 8 and 8-point commission, how it works is EmGuarde, out of every EmGuarde, which is selling for about $1,480, okay? EmGuarde sets a budget of $520 for the distributors, and it's split into 8 parts. We call it 8As, where 1A is 65 US dollars. All right, so the EmGuarde will be retailing at $1,480 around the world pre-tax. So I'm sure when it goes to US, UK, Europe, you have your own VAT, sales tax, and all that. That is on top of the selling price. But at this price, $1,480. Okay, I want to ask you guys a simple question. It's funny, when I say $1,480, it is exactly 148 participants. Pretty funny. Okay, so at this price, okay, I want to ask you guys a question. Do you think it's easy to recruit new people into the business, into EmGuarde? Type 8 if you feel it's at this price, it's a lot easier to get people to join in. Because I've been marketing the Kangen machine for the last 8 years. My group has sold more than 7,000 Kangen machines in the last 8 years. Okay. I don't think Kangen is very hard to sell, but for a lot of people, they feel the price point is very high. All right. Not everybody can get into it, especially for certain markets. Okay. So when I saw EmGuarde selling at like a third of the price of a Kangen machine, I got really excited because I know with EmGuarde, when it's being launched around the world, this is the opportunity for us to really build new businesses in those countries and bring in new people. Because I look at EmGuarde as EmGuarde 2.0. Would it be good for you if you were the first few people to know about Kangen machine in the US and the UK 10 years, 20 years ago? That would be great for you, right? Would it be good for you to know about Kangen machine 40 years ago in Japan? Yes. So that's how I see it. I was not the pioneer of Kangen machine in Malaysia. When I knew about it, it's been here for a couple of years. It's been in the US for I don't know how many years. So it's not new. It's new to me. But now with EmGuarde, I see it as EmGuarde 2.0. It's a huge wave that have yet to hit the entire world. And here we are, 140 of us sitting down here, looking at this product that is not even launched in majority of the markets around the world. So that to me is exciting. So if you guys are feeling the same excitement as me, type 1 in the chat box if you're feeling it, because we know EmGuarde is a global business. You can do this anywhere. You can do this in South America, a huge market. South America, nobody's doing in Magic there. I mean, not many. I don't see a lot of sales. I don't see a lot of branches there. Africa, all that. So the potential is unbelievable. And what I love about EmGuarde is all you need is a detector and EmGuarde. And I show you my demo bag. This is my demo bag, guys. It's a leather bag. That's it. I can put my laptop. I put my EmGuarde. I put my detector. That's all I need. And I go out and I show people the demo. I show people the radiation. I show how EmGuarde can protect them from the radiation. 10, 15 minutes, I close a sale. I close 2 sales. I close 3 sales. That's how I do it. Okay, so the duplication with EmGuarde is amazing. All right, so I like to throw in a little bit of extra info here and there. Okay, now I'm going to go through the ranking system. Most of you guys know about this, but this is more for the new people. On your first 2 sales, we call it a 1A sale. That's where you make $65 per sale on your first 2 sales. And once you do your 3rd sale onwards, that is $130 every single sale. That's what we call a 2A rank. So every time you add 1A, you're adding $65, okay? And once you get to 3A, you're gonna earn $195 on every single direct sale. And to get to 3A, you must first have 10 cumulative group sales, which means it is a total of your direct and indirect. And once you have 10, the next direct sale, you start to earn 3A. And once you go to 20, after that, you're at 4A, you start to make $260. And once you're at 50, now you're at 5A, and you earn $325 per sale once you are a 5A distributor. So far, so good. And for the 6A, it looks a little bit different because I put there, you need 200 sales. Now, those of you who are already in Magic, you guys know that to become 6A, you need 100 group sales. Am I right? 100. Now, why did I put in 200? It's because for you to achieve 6A purely with EmGuarde, you need about 200 units because you need 300,000 of sales value. Am I making sense, ladies and gentlemen? To become a 6A, you need to have 100 group sales and also $300,000 of sales value. So just do some calculation. You need about 202 units approximately there to get to 6A if you're selling only EmGuarde. Am I making sense so far? Type 1 if you guys are following. For the new people, don't have to worry about it. You're going to learn it along the way when you're building the business. Just get in touch with your uplines, your sponsors, your leaders. They'll give you more information. Okay? So if you're only selling EmGuarde, then I think you need about 200 units to get to 6A. And once you're 6A, you're going to be earning $390. But actually, it shouldn't be the case. Why? Because definitely we'll be selling the Kangen machine and all the other products. Okay, but because this slide was crafted just for EmGuarde, I put it at 200. Normally, people will be selling EmGuarde, Ukon, Kangen machine, NSPA, everything together. So they're going to get to 6A a lot faster. And also, normally a lot of people, once they get to 3 and 4A, they would buy their Kangen machine. Let me share with you my experience. Almost all of my team, okay, has asked, sale of EmGuarde counted to complete 6A. Can you be more specific with your question? What does it mean, complete 6A? Please be more specific. Yeah, you can write it down. Now, what was I saying? Yeah, a lot of my team members who joined in Magic with EmGuarde, subsequently, once they achieved 3A, 4A, they bought the machine themselves. All I needed to do was to share a video, bring them to the office, watch a demo, they buy the machines. First of all, they're going to be getting commissions back, right, on their machines. Second of all, they're going to be making more money on their EmGuarde sales. All right, so this is how I've been able to bring in new people and also increase my monthly sales volume because people that are buying EmGuarde are also buying Ukons and machines. Okay, so this is the direct sale commission. And the beautiful thing about Magic, as all we know it, once you get to 6A, you don't drop down. Okay, so let's look at the indirect. As we have discussed, the first 2 is $65. And the indirect sale works just the same as the Kangen machine, where you have every unit that comes under Tom or Alex. These are what we call your 1A lines. You'll be overriding $65 of indirect commission, which is really good. But once the sales comes from your 2A lines, your overriding becomes double the amount because it's now coming from your 2A lines. So you'll be overriding $130. Okay, $130. Okay, so after 10 group sales, you sell it to me, Okay, now you earn 195. So what happens if May becomes a distributor? She goes out and sells 10 machines. Guess what? You'll be making $1,950 because every machine you're gonna be overriding 195. And what else? If Kim continues to market every single unit under your 2A group, you'll be earning $130 commission. And this is the beautiful part about the EmGuarde system. Okay, so let's see how deep does the commission go. As we mentioned, every unit the company has set aside 8 A's as the commission. So when Don buys a unit, John will get the first A commission, $65. Bob gets $130 because John is under his 2A. So Bob gets 2A, Ani gets 2A, Kim gets 2A. So from Don's machine, 7 A's have been paid to these 4 distributors of yours. The balance of 1A flows up to you, which means you still make $65, even though it's so many levels away from you. On the second sale, you make another 65. But on the third sale, what happens? John ranks up to 2A. He starts to make $130. Bob makes 2A. Ani makes 2A. Kim makes 2A. So when this happens, the entire 8A commission has been paid to your team, and therefore it no longer flows up to you. So this is what we call a non-8A sale. All right, so this is pretty straightforward. So we're talking about the depth of the commission. But if you are somebody that builds wide, that goes out to look for a lot of distributors, new business partners to come into the business, you're going to have multiple different overriding lanes. And that's what's happening to me right now because it's so easy to recruit a new person into EmGuarde, honestly speaking. $1,400, some countries you even have easy payment schemes. So it's so affordable. It's even cheaper than a typical multi-level marketing out there that costs you a couple $100 a month for some supplements, right? But with EmGuarde, some countries, they go it on an easy payment or a credit card. It's almost nothing that they can start the business. So it's incredible, okay? So once you get to 20 group sales, that's where you're at 4A, you make 260. Once you're at 5A, let's say you recruit me into the business, you make 325. And then let's say you recruit a guy named Sam after 6A, that's where you make $390 per sale. And guess what? Once you become a 6A, every single person you bring to the business will be under your 6A, which means every time they sell, you're going to be making $390. So all you need is one guy named Sam that sells 10 units a month. You're going to be making $3,900 from him. And you can have multiple of these distributors under you selling 5 machines a month, 10 machines a month, 20 machines a month. And every machine you're going to be overriding 390, 325, 260, 195. And this is the correct way to build the EmGuarde business, I feel. All right. So it's through sales, it's through building teams. Okay. So this is the potential of EmGuarde. I'm extremely excited. I feel that this is a once in a lifetime opportunity whereby we're all in EmGuarde. We've been in EmGuarde for so many years. And finally now the company has decided to come up with a new product. However, it's already been tested in the market. And it's so easy to